Shorthanded Wizards take Celtics to wire, fall in overtime. The Washington Wizards front office stayed mostly quiet at the NBA trade deadline, giving their roster an unspoken vote of confidence. The players showed Thursday night that belief is deserved, challenging the top-seeded team in the Eastern Conference for 4 tight quarter and overtime. Only the slightest of mistakes made the difference in the Celtics' 110-104 victory, and it came with the Wizards holding a 3-point lead in final moments of regulation. Markeiff Morris fouled Kyrie Irving as he shot a three-pointer with 9.8 seconds remaining and Washington leading, 98-95. Irving, a game-high 28 points, made all 3 free throws, forcing overtime. In the extra period, Irving again coaxed Morris into committing a foul, his 6th. Other errors marred the extra 5-minute session as Washington missed 10 of 12 shots. Bradley Beal could not connect on his 4 attempts and finished the game 7 of 27 for 18 points. As Irving drew yet another foul in the final 14.8 seconds, Beal walked angrily and alone down the court. The fouls and missed shots were frustrating, and those wasted possession showed in his expression. Over the past 6 games, Washington had created assists on 71% of its made field goals. While the ball movement continued on Thursday, just to a lesser extent, the Wizards committed 22 turnovers, including a pair in overtime. After trade deadline, Scott Brooks says Wizards are definitely looking to bring in a free agent. Washington dropped to 31-24. Now taking on 2 straight losses after winning 5 consecutive while John Wall began his rehabilitation from left knee surgery. The Wizards played while Wall showed up to the Capital One Arena on crutches, and yet they still matched up well with the Celtics. In the first half, the teams produced near identical shooting lines, 18 of 40 for Boston and 19 of 40 for Washington. They scored almost equally in the paint and from the 3-point perimeter. Also, the half moved along with 17 lead changes and 8 ties. At halftime, Washington led, 51-49, showing no problems with playing alongside the best team in the East. However, the Wizards' margin could have been larger had turnovers not plagued their offensive sets. Just a few seconds into the game, Otto Porter Jr., team-high 27 points and 11 rebounds, lost the ball by dribbling it off his foot. After this unforced error, Irving collected the ball and fed it to a flying Jason Tatum who finished the play with a dunk. From that point, the Wizards never truly cleaned up their sloppy play. The Wizards were hot without John Wall, but it's crazy to think they're better off without him. Marcin Gortat moved his pivot foot for a travel. Porter made a backward pass to no one in particular. And Thomas Satoransky, who had only committed 3 total turnovers over the previous 3 games, matched the total in about 1 minute at the start of the 3rd quarter. And as Washington fumbled these possessions, Boston capitalized and eventually established a 75-70 lead. The Celtics, 40-16, pushed the lead to 10 in the 4th quarter, but the Wizards shifted momentum behind reserve forward Kelly Oubre Jr., who punctuated a 14-3 run with a 3-pointer and pulled Washington ahead 92-91 with 2:11 in regulation. Porter appeared to hit the game's crucial shot with 56.5 seconds to play. While the Wizards trailed by 1 point, Porter hit the one-dribble, pull-up 18-footer over Boston big man Al Horford. The Wizards went on to make 4 free throws to stay ahead until Morris fouled Irving on Boston's final possession. Morris walked away with his fingers locked behind his head, knowing the extent of this mistake. Irving made him pay then, and again in overtime. Read more on the NBA. Cavaliers trade basically everyone. Internet goes berserk. The Cavaliers won the trade deadline, and have emerged as a legit NBA Finals contender again. How NBA teams' reckless spending on 2016 free agents is crippling the market today. Kristaps Porzingis' torn ACL is a cruel blow to a franchise that's all